Can't believe I'm doing this. Okay, so at some point we have all asked this question. Does 9-ball have 9 balls? Well, you're gonna get that answer. Yes and no. So, here we have 9-ball as seen in the first generation of Armored Core. You can tell it's him because he's really low poly. Now, what you didn't know about the first generation of Armored Core is that there was more than one 9-ball. I'll get to you later. So first, we have Armored Core 1. And for those of you who haven't seen any playthrough of the game or Armored Core lore, or basically anything involving the first generation, there are actually 2 9-balls at the end of the first game. Technically, you fight 2 more in the Japanese version in the double arena fight, but the American version's more well known, so Armored Core 1, you have 2 9-balls. A normal set of balls for any human male to strive for. And then, if we move forward a couple games, and I guess you could count 2 as a couple. Hold on. This brings us to Master of Arena. And ironically, this is when it gets tricky already. So, in the base game, you kill 4 9-balls. You kill this one when you rescue Elon Cubis, and then you kill these 3 in the ensuing mission. But during that very same mission, you can see 8 more on separate racks lining the inside of the inner arena. These 8 are never seen again, but regardless, they are still there. And if you assume they're destroyed in the ensuing explosion after you kill Seraph, that means you have technically killed 12 9-balls, along with, of course, the Seraph. And you think that ends there, correct? Well, you're wrong, and I want you to know why you're wrong. Because we have another contender for more 9-balls. Armored Core 2, another Age. Which, if you've seen another Age of Rematches, my video where I go through the legacy fights, you actually fight another 9-ball, and as many players oh so dreaded back then, another Seraph. So, if we take all these into account, because this could be another unit, but this Seraph is entirely unique compared to the old one, then that means across all 3 games you have killed 2, 14, 15, 17 9-balls. And before anyone asks, no, I will not be including Code Crimson or the 9-ball unit you kill at the end of Nexus. Because the one at the end of Nexus looks nothing like 9-ball, and the one in 9 Breaker. Technically, 9 Breaker's in this weird limbo, I want to say, because get some more text bubbles. Okay, so Armored Core 3 is meant to be a full-on continuity reset for the series after Another Age, since 1, Master of Arena, Phantasma, 2 and 2 AA are all one timeline, and then 3 is the reboot timeline, meaning it should have absolutely nothing to do with Armored Core. But then there's Ninebreaker, which has its own 9-ball, and it creates this weird, I don't even know how to describe it. It creates this weird connection between Armored Core Generation 1 and 2 with 3. But the issue is, well, they never do anything with it because they never bring up Ninebreaker's 9-ball ever again. And before anyone asks, no, Baby's Breath does not count. That is basically a legacy build alongside like half of the VR Arena opponents in Last Raven, so I'm not counting that one. So, for the sake, we're only going to go over the actual bearers of the dreaded 9. So, these 9 balls. But, back to the initial question of, does 9-ball have 9 balls? And, well, let's do some math. 2, 5, that's 7, and then 2 more, totaling up to 9. So, if we don't include the 9 balls we don't actually fight, then that means across the entirety of Armored Core Generation 1 and 2, you do in fact kill 9 balls. So, the question we have all been asking ourselves since the first game. Does 9-ball have 9 balls? Yes, he does. Unless you want to put the Seraphs up here because they're technically not 9 balls. They're custom units designed to kill Fritz Spine. Then technically he only has 7 balls. So, assuming we don't include these two, which are also technically 9-ball units, then that means that you only kill 7 9-balls, therefore he only has 7 balls. But, if we include the Seraphs and all the racked units that you see at the end of Master of Arena, well then that number shoots up from 9 all the way to 17. Meaning he has way more than 9 balls. He in fact has 17 balls. Now, that's a lot of balls. So, but yes, from Armored Core 1 all the way to Another Age, our beloved Crimson Terror does in fact have 9 balls. Also, before anyone asks, no, I'm not doing a video on Armored Core 2 Another Age, because frankly, I don't even think that game has a plot. It's like Nexus. They don't do anything with the story until the end of the game. Like, now that I think about it, Nexus is basically just the Another Age of Generation 3, because the plot doesn't go anywhere until the end of the game. They have you do, like, the same mission 4 times, and I don't know. Like, I never really clicked with this, and I never really clicked with Nexus. So, for those of you looking for the Armored Core 2 Another Age playthrough. No, I'm not going through another 100 missions. Because I already 100% that game once. I don't want to do it again. Plus, no one really cares about this game anyway, except for the fact that, well, you rematch Seraph, Nine Ball, where is he? Phantasma, and Vixen, which I don't have at the moment. So, frankly, I don't really see myself touching Another Age again. Maybe I'll do Armored Core 2 at some point, but I don't really see myself doing another full playthrough. If anything, I might just do Generation 3 instead, because... No, wait, Generation 3, technically... Ah, screw it. We're running on too long. Okay, let's hope the audio actually works this time, and... This has been as your, at this point, relatively unknown host, and congratulations, you have now left with the knowledge knowing that 9 Ball has 9 balls. That's a lot of balls.